What if you had access to all the cards? Unlimited power.
In Vintage, you play Magic the Gathering, but no cards are banned. These are the strongest and most explosive strategies ever.
Don't blink, some games could end on turn 1.
You voted in our community tab for one deck to represent each year since Y2K, and we assembled 26 competitive players to play a tournament to qualify for the final rounds.
And now we finally have it. We have a top 8 of what could easily be the most powerful vintage decks of all time.
And after 7 videos, we'll be finally able to crown the best vintage deck ever. Simon, wonderful to see you.
Wonderful to see you.
Across me on the field of battle for the first time. This was a long time coming.
Yeah, we've never actually played before, but now we get to play for such high stakes of being in the finals of the Vintage Best Deck Ever series.
Yes, and because we're playing a mirror match, so we know that there's going to be a Shops deck in the finals, but we don't know if it's going to be the good one or the annoying one. I won 2 of these. You've won none. Wow, this is the first thing I've won more than you.
That's true.
And I'm gonna do my best so that that doesn't change and defend my title. Now, do you like your hand?
All right, we're in the semifinals, and I'm playing Shops again. This is a deck that does exactly what my opening hand does. It has lands that produce more mana, artifacts that produce even more mana, and it powers out powerful 4-cost spells as well as making my opponent's spells more expensive. So this hand is perfect. I'll keep it.
When an excellent Magic player likes their hand, it means it's probably pretty good, and I should mulligan. So I'm gonna put these cards back.
So is that the tip you give? If you play against someone better than you and they keep, you have to mulligan?
It's the rules, I'm sorry.
Okay, fair enough.
Whoever wins this makes it to the finals. And I think if I make it there, I have a good chance, because I'm playing Stax, a deck that prevents your opponent from playing the game and then figures out some way to win, but you prevent your opponent from playing by making all their spells cost more, and in Vintage, the spells don't cost very much. The problem is, my opponent, Simon Nielsen, one of the best players in the world, is playing the same deck, but a newer version. And he kept his hand confidently. And in these mirror matches, whoever goes first has a huge advantage, because if they play their spells that make the opponent's spells cost more, the opponent can't play. Look at this hand. I don't have lands. I have a bunch of ways to produce mana, but if all my cards cost 3, for example, if he plays a Trinisphere, then I'm just locked out of the game. So although this hand is awesome, I can't take the risk of him having one of his many Stax pieces, so I'm gonna have to do the responsible adult thing and mulligan this hand. And when you mulligan, you draw 7 cards, but you're not keeping all of them. One of them has to go at the bottom of your library at the end. This hand is much better. I have a Powder Keg, which going second is not that bad because I get to blow up all of the things he just played, but also I have a Tinker, which is one of the best spells in Magic, and you're about to see why. We're just gonna get rid of the Goblin Wielder because it doesn't really fit with the other pieces in my hand. I am gonna keep this hand because it's quite good, I think, and robust, but I'm gonna get rid of this card. And now you may begin your turn. Show me what you got.
I will show you what I got. The deck we're playing here, both of us, playing Mishra's Workshop, or just shorthands for shops. So I have, of course, in turn 1, an Ancient Tomb.
It's like the Lotus Petal to the Black Lotus.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So this is the small corner shop. So Ancient Tomb here, tapped for 2 colorless mana. It's really powerful for a land, but I take 2 damage every time I tap it for mana.
Ooh, yeah, you hate your life total.
So my hand is really explosive, and it curves into a Spear of Resistance that is gonna make all spells cost 1 more. This card can completely shut down what card is doing, because if all his mana acceleration costs 1 more, it might just stunt him and he can't actually develop like he wants to. The issue with playing the Sphere here is that I also have a Mystic Forge in my own hand. If I play the Forge next turn, it's gonna be more expensive, and the cards I play from the top are gonna be more expensive. So it's possible that sometimes playing out the Sphere can backfire, especially if he has a hand that can play through the Sphere easily. But because of the immense upside there is in playing it on turn 1, I'm just gonna play it out anyway and hope it doesn't backfire. And I'll use this to play Grim Monolith. So this is an artifact that costs 2 mana and taps for 3 colorless. Very similar to Sol Ring, but this one does not untap during my untap step. Instead, I can pay 4 mana to untap it.
I believe you might have a few other ways in your deck to untap this card.
Oh yeah, like this one. I'll play Voltaic Key, which is 1 mana artifact. I can pay 1 to untap target artifact. So I'll just pay 1 here, untap my Monolith, and yeah, that's my little mana engine online here. Well, you know what? We're not done spending mana here. I'll play a Sensei's Divining Top, 1 mana artifact that has 2 abilities that are so annoying for any editor.
I actually tried to get this card shadow banned from the tournament so I wouldn't have to edit it. Unfortunately, I was overruled. And you deserve better than to not see the decks that play since it's Dividing Top.
So this is the ability, 1 mana, I can look at the top 3 cards and rearrange them in any order. And I can activate this as many times as I have mana. So that's how it's so annoying for the editor.
I keep on having to show them the cards. Are you going to show them now?
Not quite, because the other ability is I can draw a card and then put Sensei's Dividing Top on top of its deck. So I kind of swap the top with the top card of my deck. I feel like I keep saying top a lot in this scenario. But yeah, I guess I will actually just use this and and rearrange my top cards. Let's see here. Okay, I can do that. Yep, that works out. Okay, so these go back on top and I have 2 mana left floating.
It doesn't work, you have the same top. It's a shirt joke.
Wow, what a shirty joke.
That's so good.
All right, I'll play a Sphere of Resistance.
That's not
resisting
good.
your jokes here. So that's 2 mana card here. All spells cost an additional 1. So that is my spells and your spells. But fortunately, my turn was over anyway.
You just so happened to play it after you played out your entire hand.
Yeah, I don't know. What can I do? Better lucky than good. Pass the turn.
So a lot of these matchups happen where someone plays out all their cards and makes the other player's spells cost more, and then they can't play. Luckily, you said you almost had Mishra's Workshop? Mm-hmm. I had Mishra's Workshop.
The actual one.
Adds 2 mana, 3 mana, potato, stacks, stalks. It's all the same. This time, it taps for 3 colorless, but I can use that for only artifacts. Go figure, my deck is built okay. I have a lot of artifacts.
Yeah.
I should not be doing that with cards that are this expensive. I'm gonna tap it, adding 3 mana, but all my spells cost more. So this is a little bit unfortunate because, is this Commander? I'm gonna play a Soul Ring that cost me 2 mana, so it's considerably worse. It still taps for 2, even if it costs 2. Commander staple, but in this case, it's so good that you only get to play 1 in Vintage. It's restricted, which is actually the same as Commander. And I'm gonna use this mana floating.
That you can only use on artifacts.
Good thing I have an artifact. It's called Mox Sapphire. It is basically a glorified island, but in this case it costs 1, so it's considerably worse. I can tap it to add 1 blue of any color. And now that I have 3 mana, I'm gonna tap all 3 of them and still free your Spheres of Resistance. I understand why you played it. Depending on the hand I kept, it could have just locked me out of the game entirely. But somehow, this does not look like a game with a Sphere of Resistance in play. I'm gonna use a 3 mana to play a Powder Cake.
We can probably play through this sphere without too much resistance.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, this Powder Keg is my backup plan because I see that you have a lot of permanents on the board. And blowing them up might be pretty good. Because at the beginning of my upkeep, I may put a fuse counter on Powder Keg. What's a fuse counter? It doesn't matter. It's a counter. And when I sacrifice Powder Keg and tap it, I destroy each creature and artifact with that amount of fuse counters.
Yeah, this one getting up to 2 would be quite scary, so I hopefully can find a way to shut it down with a Karn or something.
You will give me time to think about if it's 2 or 1, because you can go ahead and take your turn. Play all your creatures. I don't mind. I have a Powder Keg. I don't powder care.
Alright, so I'll draw my card. That isn't a Karn, because I know the top. Instead, it is a second Ancient Tomb.
Ooh.
Yeah, showing complete disregard for my own life total. But of course, you know, this is a shop's mirror. The life total can't be that relevant, right? Okay, so Carl did have the hand that can play through the sphere, and now it's going to brick wall me a little bit. I would love to wasteland his Mishra's Workshop so he doesn't get to untap with it. But the issue is, because my Mystic Forge costs 5 mana, I don't quite have enough mana to do that and also wasteland, so I have to decide between the two. Realistically, when I'm this far behind now in mana development, I just need to hope to find a Karn as soon as possible, and getting the Forge down earlier is going to be better. So I'm going to wait on the Wasteland. Hopefully he has more mana than he knows what to do with. So I know the top card of my deck, and I really would like to draw and play it right now, which I can do with the top. But before that, I will pay the mana here to activate the ability where I get to look at the top 3 cards.
Okay.
Before that happens, I'll activate the other ability where I put this on top of my deck and draw the card. What this does is that I don't want the top here to be the next card in my library because I have other plans for that card. So this way I get to start by exchanging. This card goes in my hand, this card goes on top, and now I get to rearrange the top 3 and
That's why we invite Simon Nielsen to this, so we can play perfectly.
Okay, yeah, so that works out pretty well. Now I can pay 2 mana here. I still have 1 mana floating. Playing a 2 mana Soul Ring here. Yeah, we both have Soul Ring. We both paid 2 mana for it.
We're soul friends.
Aw, soulmates.
Oh, that's so much better.
Yeah.
This is also why we invite Simon Nielsen.
I'll spend my 1 mana here to untap my Grim Monolith. Now I can spend these 5 to play the real power card of my deck.
The real power card of your deck? Okay.
In the core set M20, There came out an innocuous artifact that got almost immediately restricted in Vintage because of how good this is.
You heard the music shift? That's because this card is very good.
So Mystic Forge lets me play artifacts and colorless cards from the top of my deck. And I can just keep doing that, just like a Future Sight. It also has the ability where I can tap it to pay 1 life and exile the top card of my deck. Because if I hit a land at any point, well, this one gets bricked. I can't play lands from the top, and the train of cards stop. I'm actually just gonna use that ability right away.
Luckily you have a way to go like, get out of here, land!
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother looking what my top card is, because I already know it. And it's gonna be a wasteland being exiled.
Oh, what a waste of a land.
Pass the turn.
I will untap, and in the face of all of that, I will put a single counter in my power keg.
Okay, ticking up to 4.
Yeah, maybe I might be dead. My turn 4.
Or I might be dead.
Sphere completely ruins my game plan. The Stax player got staxed. Luckily, I still have this Tinker I told you about, and it's gonna go get a big Colossus, which will close out the game quickly against Simon unless he manages to play his bridge. Because if he plays an ensnaring bridge, I won't be able to attack, and then it will all be for naught, and he'll bury me in card advantage. And the best way to prevent him from playing a bridge is by preventing him from casting it with lands. So I'm gonna blow out the Smokestack here, even though I was kinda waiting to do it later on more relevant spells. If I get rid of his mana, the pressure put down by this Colossus is gonna be enough to close. Luckily, this matchup is not about racing, or is it? I'm gonna draw a card for turn. I'm gonna play a wasteland. See, I treat mine very well. I don't throw them in the bin. And then I'm going to pay 3. 4. 4. You played a really, really powerful card. I'm gonna play a really, 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 really powerful card. It's called
Wish.
Yeah, this card has been restricted for a long time because it's very powerful. At the time I play it, I have to sacrifice an artifact. It'll be the Soul Ring, because the other one is literally a Mox, and I feel really bad putting thousands of euro in my graveyard. And then, this is the good part. Search your library for an artifact card and put that card into play. Shuffle your library afterwards.
All right, so you're probably gonna get like what, Blightsteel Colossus, Bolas' Citadel, Portal to Phyrexia type thing.
Simon, this is 2007. The best card I have, and try not to laugh too much, it's a Darksteel Colossus. Hey, whoa, whoa. It's an 11/11.
And that's it.
It has trample. Hey, yo, Mr. I'm at 13 life because I keep on tapping my lands. This can actually take you out if you tap any one of these. You are too busy laughing at my bad
Oh,
creature.
wait, no. Wait, am I dying?
Yes, actually, to help me out there, I believe I'm gonna have to crack this powder keg immediately because all the cards I'm scared of cost mana. I will sacrifice this, which will destroy everything that costs 1.
Wait, that is so much mana. That's 4 mana cut off for me.
I will pass the turn to you.
So you say that if I take damage from these Ancient Tombs, I am
Pew, pew.
toast. So I definitely don't want to do that. But also, I have Sphere of Resistance, which means anything I play
Costs 1 more.
cost 1 additional. Okay, so I know what the top card is. You know what? I'm just gonna play the Wasteland here. Play the Mox from the top. Then we see what the next card is.
Are you going to find it out?
I'm just gonna ignore these tombs for a little while. And I'm just gonna pass the turn here.
Whew. I feel like you could have had a really explosive turn if you...
If not for this.
I will attack you for 11.
I take 11.
I'm gonna make everything particularly more difficult for you. I'm gonna pay 2 and a 1 for a Sphere of Resistance. Meaning all the spells cost 2 more. And then, I'm gonna play a Strip Mine.
Yeah.
But it's gonna strip yours. I'm gonna destroy... I don't care about the Ancient Tombs because
You don't,
they kill
they
you.
kill me.
I'm gonna destroy the Wasteland.
Oh.
And now that you are at 2 life, all the spells cost 2, and your lands kill you, I believe I'm safe to pass a turn.
Yep, you definitely are. Going to draw this very powerful card here. So this is Polarian Academy.
Oh, wow, your mana troubles would have been all over.
It would have been, yeah. This one taps for 1 mana for each artifact I control. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can play a 4 mana Grim Monolith. And look at the next card. And I can go to 1 to exile it. Then I can play, I guess, a 3 mana Manifold Key, which does the same thing as a Voltaic Key. 1 mana floating. There's the card I need. I can untap this monolith.
Okay.
I can pay a 3 mana Sensei Stop.
I mean, you're doing a lot of cool things, but I'm not seeing anything that saves you the game.
No, because I can't use my Ancient Tombs. I passed the turn.
Okay, I don't think I need to do a lot. I attack you for 11 damage. Does it hurt?
It does hurt.
Enough to go into the next game.
Okay, so these Shops Mirrors can get a little funky when we have cards that essentially hate on each other that we don't want. I have 2 copies of Defense Grid in my deck that I'm going to remove, as well as the Lodestone Golem. Like, neither of these really have much text. Instead, I'm going to bring in just like some more creatures from my sideboard and another manifold key. The thing is that you don't really need to keep your Karn sideboard in a matchup like this because the Karn just shuts down Karl's game plan anyway, so might as well just bring in some of the tutor targets and make sure that my draw steps get better.
I have a lot of cards that are stone cold dead in this matchup, so we'll take them out. The Sphere of Resistances, though, they're a lot better when you're on the play than when you're on the draw. And I'll just bring in the 2 cards that say Destroy an Artifact on them, and a bunch of dopey creatures because they attack a Karn. I am gonna ride this wave. Simon Nielsen, you're an excellent Magic player, your shop stack is nearer than mine, and that looked not even close somehow. We've done it before, we can do it again.
We absolutely can. And I'm gonna keep this one. Okay, so the alpha strategy in this matchup is to play a Karn as soon as possible. And this hand does it on turn 1. It's going to hopefully shut down Karl's plan completely. And that means you have to mulligan, right? As per your rule?
I'm gonna break the rules. Rules are meant to be broken. I'm going on the play, which is unfortunate, but he does not expect a Blood Moon effect, and my Magus of the Moon can shut down any of his lands, which is quite good.
First time I have to face a 7-card hand, yeah, in my life. I'm gonna play Mistress Workshop.
Oh no, you upgraded your land from last game.
Taps for 3 mana for artifacts. And then we know of the Grim Monolith.
Oh yeah.
We know of the Manifold Key. Well, I guess not. We know of
on.
Voltaic Key, but it's just the same thing, but just with the extra line of text.
And what's this extra line in text? 'Cause I don't have access to this card. I'm in 2007.
You paid
Manny,
3?
what key?
You can pay 3 mana to make target creature unblockable.
How many creatures do you play?
I don't know, I have some.
Like they're 2/1s.
Yeah, I have some
Okay.
for Exit Revokers. All right, then I'll tap the Monolith for mana, untap it, and tap it again, go up to 5, and yeah.
Just ridiculous.
Here comes my other busted 4-drop that came out in 2019 and was very quickly restricted.
Please, Simon.
Karn the Great Creator. So this is a Planeswalker. It says activate abilities of artifacts your opponents control cannot be activated. So Vintage is a format that's full of fast artifact mana, and Karn just shuts that down.
You know what is also full of fast artifact mana? My artifact deck.
Yes, it's particularly good in this mirror match.
I have an off switch, and Simon just played it.
Yeah, the other abilities of this is that I can make artifacts into creatures by +1, or I can -2 to grab an artifact from my sideboard and put into my hand. And I think that's what I'll do right now, just in case you have some sort of Pithing Needle effect to shut down Karn's abilities. I'll find a Time Vault and put that into my hand.
Oh boy.
And pass the turn.
I had a hand that did cool things.
Ah.
I was gonna do beautiful things with my mocks
Aw.
and my other mocks.
Aw.
And you know what? They don't do anything.
No, they do nothing.
You are very good at this. That is very funny. I'm still gonna die. I'm gonna play a Mishra's Workshop. We know that it taps for 3 mana, and I can play crazy cards. And I'm just gonna play a Speed Bump to make your Time Vault more expensive because I'm gonna play a Trinisphere. As long as it's untapped, which doesn't matter here. Spells cost 3.
A free spell I would still have to pay 3 for.
Yes.
So I'll draw my card, and I can play this here Time Vault. It's an artifact that I can tap it to give you an extra turn.
That's so nice of you.
But then I also get an extra turn.
Spread around fairly.
Yeah, it does have the downside that it comes into my tap and it doesn't untap during my untap step.
So I'm looking forward to my extra turn now.
No, I will use my Manifold Key to untap target artifacts, and then I'll take an extra turn.
See, friends, this is a combination, as we call in Magic the Gathering, a combo.
Then I'll plus my cards, targeting my Monolith. It comes a creature, and I take my extra turn. And then from now on, every turn, I will start by untapping this and taking an extra turn after this one.
So how many more turns do I get?
You're not gonna get any more turns. I'm gonna take all the turns. I'm gonna do all the fun stuff I want, and I think we probably should cut out the next half hour.
How many times are you going to attack me with this Walking Ballista?
Say 20. Maybe it was a 1-1.
That'll do it. Okay, infinite turns is a lot of turns, but let's talk about infinite fun. Because I have been having the time of my life playing this tournament, and I want you to have it too. So starting next week, on May 14th, you will be able to play this exact tournament on Magic Online for an entire week. Playing Vintage with these decks, because Magic Online, unlike Arena, allows you to play with all the cards from Magic's history. You have Pauper, Vintage, and Legacy at your fingertips. But Magic Online is also a place that asks you to stack all your triggers and tap all your lands. It's a really strong tool to get better at Magic, but also takes some time to getting used to being conscious about your plays. So I would recommend taking the week to familiarize yourself with the platform a little before delving into the Best Deck Ever series. But speaking of the Best Deck Ever series, Simon has some more sideboarding to do before game 3.
So something interesting is going to happen in this with Mira when I'm on the draw. Because Sphere of Resistance, I think it's good to play on turn 1 when you're on the play and you can slow down the opponent. But I think it's pretty bad to play on the draw since it affects both players and you're that step behind. So I'm going to remove all my Spheres of Resistance and bought even more random artifacts. Again, we do not need our Karn sideboard.
As we said before, in game 3, we're bringing in the spheres. I need to win this game, and it's going to be tough. And the best avenue to victory is by going first. I play spells that make his spells more expensive, and I shut down his hand, and then I find a way to win. So we're taking out the Maguses and bringing in the spheres. All right. So far, I had a 100% record against you, and I've lost 50% of that.
I have a great hand.
Well, I don't know if you're keeping or not, but I am. And I have a weird hand. This hand is actually insane, and I don't need to explain it to you because I'm about to vomit it on the table, so I'll read all the cards to you in a few seconds when we play.
I am keeping.
Okay, oh, I should have figured.
Okay, so no freebie with Karn in this game, but I still have Mishra's Workshop and I have a turn 1 Mystic Forge. So, I mean, that's about as good as it gets when Karn is not involved.
Okay, I will show you a series of magic cards, and all of them will be increasingly powerful. I will first of all show you Volcanic Island. Caps are red and blue. Would you say it's strong?
I certainly did not expect that start from your artifact deck.
I will play a colored spell.
Sure?
It's a Goblin Wielder. Those aren't in your deck anymore, but back in the days, this was good. It's a 1/1 Goblin Artificer. It's adorable, and if I tap it, I choose target artifact a player controls, which is going to come in handy here because normally you play this for yourself. I choose a target artifact in a graveyard, and I choose a target artifact in play, and I swap them, which normally is to put a big creature from my graveyard into play or a big spell. But now, if you have an artifact in your graveyard and a good artifact in play, if the one in your graveyard is worse than the one in play, they're swapping. I will play a Mana Crypt. This card is restricted. You can only play one. On my upkeep, I flip a coin. You call heads or tails while it's in the air. Well, we'll just flip a coin. If I lose the flip, I lose 3 life as well. But this taps to add 2 colorless mana. So it's a Soul Ring for free. And I'll play a card that hopefully you're going to react to in a way that is like, oh!
I won't.
It's Chalice of the Void. It worked! Chalice of the Void enters a battlefield with X charge counters on it. In this case, it's 1 because I paid 2 for it. And whenever a player casts a spell with converted mana cost equal to the number of charge counters on Chalice of the Void, you counter that spell.
So if I play something that costs 1, it's just countered.
Yes, it goes in the graveyard, but I could give it back to you with Metalworker if you play something better.
True. That's kind of you, yeah.
Let me play another card that you might have heard of. Black Lotus. Sacrifice it for 3 mana. I'll do that now. Pew! To put this Metalworker on the battlefield. If I tap it, I reveal any number of artifact cards in my hand, and I get 2 mana for each of them. I only have 1, but potentially 2, who knows? And this will be my turn. I love going first in Vintage.
Let's see if my deck can handle all of that. I'm going to play a Mishra's Workshop. But we still get to play with the powerful cards here. And I'll play a Phyrexian Revoker here. Ooh. And I get to name a card, and you cannot activate abilities of that card. Let's see what I'm most afraid of here. I'm going to let you have the Goblin Wielder for a turn.
Okay.
It possibly can't be that bad for me, and I name Metalworker instead and pass the turn.
That was a lot of my game plan. Simon?
Yeah?
I don't have a coin. I'm too poor. Or too rich to have coins? I don't know. You figure.
Untap my Volcanic Island and Mana Crypt. I'm too poor.
So I don't have anything to flip for this Mana Crypt. So do you want to make this considerably more fun and whimsical? Let's rock, paper, scissors every turn.
Okay, I'm down.
You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, wait, you say now?
I was going to say shoot, but I...
You know what? You get this one.
Okay. I don't take the damage. And in the future, we'll do it at the scissors. The problem with doing the scissors is people are way more likely to make scissors if they end at scissors because it's the last where they ended.
Yeah, that's why I chose it.
Oh, yeah, that's why you chose scissors.
Am I level 0 or level 10?
This Metalworker does nothing. It lost its job. It's no longer a Metalworker. It's a metal retired. So I'm going to sacrifice it to this Goblin Wielder, which will swap it with a card in my graveyard that does something. It's a beautiful flower, so we can all look at it together. No, we can't. Sacrifice it for 3 mana. Now that I have these 3 floating manas, I'm going to use the other 3. And of all this powerful 6 mana spells that could be played.
I don't even want to know what it is.
Please stop
it's
laughing
probably
at
gonna
my
kill
cards.
me anyways.
It's a Triskelion.
Yes, of course it is a Triskelion.
It's a 1/1, but when it enters with 3 counters, so it's actually a 4/4. This is my strongest creature. If I pay 0, I can remove one of the counters on it, and deal 1 damage to any target. Are you scared? Live in fear.
I should be. I probably should be.
Triskelion plus Goblin Wielder is a surprisingly cool combo, because whenever Simon will play a spell that I can't deal with, I can just use the Triskelion, pew, shoot his Revoker, send it in the graveyard, it's dead, okay. And then I can Goblin Wield one of his spells, because that's the cool thing. Goblin Wielder works for both of us. So, say he plays a Forge, I can kill the Revoker, then swap it with the Forge. The Forge goes to the graveyard, I don't care. He gets a Revoker, I don't care. He doesn't have a Forge. I'll pass the turn to you.
I'll take my turn, and yeah, this is looking like a problem for me. What is going on this game? I have to decide now if I'm just going to run the course and play out my Mystic Forge like I planned to, or if I need to just play my Ballista for 2 and shoot down that Goblin Welder. Honestly, like, this is going to be so problematic. He can just use his Triskelion to kill my Revoker, and then the Goblin Welder can swap the 2 cards. So if I play my Forge now, it's just gonna be gone. And not to mention that the Welder could be up to even more shenanigans. So I'm just not letting any of that happen. It's going to be quite inefficient to spend 4 mana to kill his Welder, but that card is just that good. I think I'll play a Strip Mine instead of playing an Ancient Tomb, just to not take too much damage here. I'm scarred. And I'll play a Walking Ballista for X equals 2. So this one says, comes into the well, hold on. It's the little bro.
I would call it a considerable upgrade.
Okay, so the Ballista here comes in with 2 counters, and I can remove a counter to deal 1 damage to any target. And I can also pay 4 mana to put a counter back onto it. I don't like these shenanigans with Triskelion and Goblin Welder, so I'm just gonna get rid of the Welder
It's funny because
right
we have
away.
a standoff, but there's no way for me to just kill it before, so you shoot first,
Yes.
and then I get to shoot. Well, the Welder dies, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's happening nonetheless. But now, when there's 2 Walking Ballista type creatures on the battlefield, I'm never sure when I'm supposed to shoot. So this is a common play pattern in Magic because Walking Ballista is a good card. So this comes up a lot. When there's 2 Ballistas in play, they have a standoff. One of them has to shoot first. And the one who shoots first usually loses that fight. In this case, I don't actually need to care. My Walking Ballista in the Triskelion is bigger, and currently with the lands that Simon has in play, that workshop can't be used to pump it. So if ever he gets to the point where he has enough mana to pump it, I can just pew, snag the Ballista in response and it dies. So in the meantime, let's just chill. I will challenge you to rock, paper, scissors. We'll go and shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! You have 3 power worth of creatures, right?
Yes.
I feel safe attacking you for 4.
Yeah, I'm not gonna block that at all. I take the 4 damage.
And I will follow this up with a Mox Pearl and stare at you and hope my mana crit doesn't kill me. But this will kill you fast.
Oh, okay. I can play now the Mystic Forge. I get to look at the top card of my deck, and I get to play artifacts and colorless cards. And that's a reasonable one. So I'll play Ancient Tomb once again, take 2 damage, and play another Phyrexian Revoker here from the top. So this...
While it's on the stack, I can respond.
True, you can.
I would like to. Pew pew!
Okay, so I deal you 1 damage.
Okay, that's only fair. 1 to 1. Pew pew!
And this one is dead.
Yes, because I can remove a counter, but now it's only a 2-2, which is a slower clock.
Yeah, it's fine. I just have to shot it to Triskelion, otherwise you just kill off my Phyrexian Revoker anyways. I still get to look at the top. I don't think I want that, so I'm gonna tap my Mystic Forge, pay 1 life.
Haha, that's
to
part of the
get
game
rid
plan, the damage.
Rid of this wasteland here, and then, okay, yeah, I guess I passed the turn.
I will untap. Would you like to go again? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot!
I was not ready at all.
Well, you presented a paper, or was it a handshake?
I thought you were gonna shake my hand.
By yelling rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
That's how we greet each other in Denmark.
What does rock, paper, scissors, shoot mean in Danish?
It means, I hope you have a nice day.
Oh, Danish is so polite. I'll play Mishra's Workshop. It taps out 3 colorless mana. You know, you've done it before.
Yeah, I know.
And now, I'll see if you want to release my Triskelion. Yep, that makes
Some
sense.
good old combat math here, just trading it off.
It's okay, I have another creature. You know, you have a Karn, I have a Karn. They're equally powerful.
Wait, you're gonna shut off my artifacts?
No making fun of my Karn, please. This is Karn Silver Golem. It's a legendary artifact creature. This is the OG Karn. That Karn learned to go ugh because this one went ugh first. It's a 4/4. Whenever he blocks, he becomes considerably worse. He becomes a 0/8 for some reason that is probably flavor related. But most importantly, if I pay 1, Target non-creature artifact is an artifact creature with power and toughness, each equal to its power until end of turn. If you play 0 mana artifacts, I can just kill them. Or I can turn this into a 4/4.
Yeah, true. And then your guy can become an 8/8.
Yeah, 0/8.
0/8, yes.
So then you
okay.
can just give each other a hug. But it does look like he's ready to hug, so that makes sense.
That's fair. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Does this look like a hug to you?
No, it's a handshake. Maybe he's Danish.
Maybe he is Danish. Rock, paper, scissors to you, Karn Silver Golem.
That's a turn.
Okay, I'll draw my card. I already knew what it was. Let me check the top card once again. Okay, yeah, I can play a Mana Crypt.
Now we have to rock, paper, scissors every single turn.
Yes, true. I mean, my life total might be on the duress here. What's the next card? That is a great one.
Okay. Oh, you don't care about having life.
So I have to play my second Ancient Orb here, and it's a little dicey with the Mana Crypt. So I'll play this Walking Ballista here, taking 4 damage.
Oh boy.
And Walking Ballista here for X equals 5. Now this is considerably better than Triskelion, coming in with 5+ counters.
You tapped 10 mana to make this happen.
Yeah, exactly.
That is wild. Magic is weird and wonderful. Most people do that for an Ulamog.
True. Well, some people, clearly.
Yeah.
I could exile the top to continue going if I hit more 0 costs, but again, I think I'm just gonna like preserve my life total. I think I'll just pass the turn here and see what happens.
I will untap, and it's time to greet you in Danish.
Rock, paper, scissors, show! Rock, paper, scissors, show!
Oh, you dealt me damage! Okay, I will draw a card.
Wow, so you take 3?
This Walking Ballista is going to be a huge problem. Our life totals are dwindling, and it shoots face. So normally, I'd be inclined to take it out with the duplicant, but I am not. Because the way I lose this game is if I take out the Walking Ballista, he kills my Karn with it, we're both at parity, but he untaps and has that Mystic Forge. The Mystic Forge will get him a bunch of card advantage, and I need him to lose to his Mana Crypt activations. He's only 3 hits away from dying, and that's not going to happen in like 2 or 3 turns it's going to take him to win with the Mystic Forge. We need to slow down the game, and the only way of doing it is by taking out this Mystic Forge, and luckily, we have a neat trick to do so. I'm going to use my Karn, and it won't be to attack you.
What are you doing?
I am paying 1, and I'm going to turn your Mystic Forge into a creature. I just thought maybe this didn't want to block, maybe this wants to block.
Wait, so...
Its power and toughness are equal to its converted mana cost,
Okay.
which is 4.
I have a 4/4 Mystic Forge?
Now that you have a creature, I'm gonna play 6 and play a card that
Come on.
I wouldn't even have played it.
Come on, Carl.
But I had so many bad cards that I just decided to bring in all my creatures, and this one exiles creatures. It's a duplicant. When it enters the battlefield, I exile target creature. And then its power and toughness become its power and toughness, but because this is not a creature, my duplicant stays at 2/4. And I would like to exile your Mystic Forge.
Alright, so this is imprinted on the duplicate.
Onto the duplicant.
It's just a 2/4. Okay.
It's a 2/4 that destroyed your Mystic Forge. Now, I don't think I can afford to attack you because you're just going to eat my Karn. I know he's very tasty, so I'm going to pass the turn to you.
So,
Oh,
rock, paper, scissors, shoot! No, I take 3 damage. Okay.
2 hits to go.
Not great, not great. Okay, so I draw my card here, but
If you miss 2 other flips, I go to the finals.
I'm not gonna do that. I'll play Mystic Forge.
Whoa, come on. I just spent so much time
I have
getting
so many of them. So 1 mana floating here, play Mystic Forge, check the top.
So normally this would never happen because it's restricted. But this was a very brief moment where you could play 4 willy-nilly, just like that.
Alright, so I'll play a Grim Monolith off the top with that mana. Check the top again. Spend here, play the Friction Revoker off the top, and I'll name Karn Silver Golem before anything else goes wrong, I guess. Alright, 1 mana floating, I'll play a Mox Jet off the top, which now is safe from all of this. Finally, I hit a brick here. I can probably afford to use my Mystic Forge, exiling this Wasteland off the top, and then I take another look. So, you know what? We just have a standoff here. I'll pass the turn.
Are we just seeing whose Mana Crypt kills them first?
It seems like it, but I'm at 5.
We started a game of Magic the Gathering, and it's become a game of rock, paper, scissors. Shall we?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Take 3.
I take 3. I draw a card. I'm going to play a Sphere of Resistance.
Okay, yeah, not bad.
And would you like to continue the standoff?
I would like to continue the standoff.
Okay.
So this one doesn't untap. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Oh! Okay, draw a card, return. Okay, so that's that one. Let me check the next one here. Wait.
What?
I think this does it. There's a walking ballista on top.
No.
And
Wait.
I'm at just enough life that I can pay these ancient tombs. Go down to 1. Play this ballista for X equals 5.
No, tapping 10 mana again?
Again, Ulamog levels. And then this ballista will go pew pew pew. And this
And then take
ballista
5?
will go pew pew pew.
Wow, you just, you snatched the finals away from me. Well done, Simon Nielsen. That was awesome.
I've not played such high-stake rock, paper, scissors before in my
Yeah,
life.
how did this game revolve so much about rock, paper, scissors? Well, now you're going to the finals, playing against Toralf. And he tends to win the finals he makes it to. But I believe in you on your deck.